Yes. Okay, let's see. Is everyone ready? Do we still remember some of the questions that we wanted to ask Jukka from Team Fluent?
We do. Hi, Yuka. How are you after your commercial break?
Good to be back.
Perfect. So actually, I have a question regarding the validation of your idea. And how did you guys have a proof that your solution is increasing effectivity? And how did you measure that?
Basically, there's an audit trail from research from Google. They did a huge research in 2016 called Project Aristotle, basically saying that teams which possess these kind of or demonstrate these kind of behaviors are proven to be more effective and more innovative and more profitable. In turn, our solution, then we can prove that using Team Fluent improves those behaviors over time, and that can be seen through the tool as well.
Thank you.
I can go next. So I hope I don't ask the same question because the line was really bad. You mentioned your science-based. Could you just briefly explain what that is?
Sure. Good question. Team Fluent is a spin-out of University of Helsinki, thus being founded on a 3-year research project, a really extensive multidisciplinary research project on team competencies. So the framework we have, including the competencies in the tool, the development tips, that library, and the survey items are all thoroughly scientifically developed and validated.
Okay, we have time for just one more question.
Thank you. Maybe I think it would be super helpful for us actually to see the product, and it's much easier for us to grasp what it is and how you are different than other products in the same space. But maybe my question is a little bit more on the market side, on the scaling side. How can you build a 10 million business at least? How many customers do you need, and how you're going to sell to them? As in, direct sales is probably not very scalable way for you to go forward with.
Absolutely. I mean, definitely we have to start with direct sales, but going towards the next round and after having our first 100 plus corporate customers, we'll definitely start tweaking the product towards product-led growth. So potentially we'll be giving it out for free with a limited set of features, creating this push mechanism from team leaders upwards in the organization towards the gatekeepers, HR, for example. Team leaders saying that, hey, I've used this for my team. I paid with it for my own credit card. Why cannot we have this for every team in our own company?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Jerry, for your questions, and thank you, Jukka, for your patience waiting this time. Okay, and then now we can look forward to the next team that we have on our lineup, and that is Clean Sea Solutions.
Clean Sea Solutions was established with the purpose of finding ways to reduce and prevent the inflow of plastic waste into the sea, and thus contributing to create a cleaner and more sustainable future for the world oceans. Marine pollution is the fastest growing environmental problem in the world. An estimated truckload of plastic waste ends in the oceans every minute throughout the year, and 80% is derived from land. It is essential to prevent the inflow of plastic waste before it reaches the open oceans. Our founding idea was to develop commercially and environmentally sustainable business models and tech solutions to achieve this goal. Our area's focus is to clean up plastic waste close to shore in a limited area with large quantities of marine plastic, utilizing resources for a maximum impact. In collaboration with industrial partners within the Norwegian oil and gas industry, autonomy and maritime industries, we are developing an innovative stationary and autonomous solution designed to collect plastic waste in and below the water surface. The PG Aquapod is a floating jetty with a built-in system for cleaning up marinas and other waterfront areas. The first pilot of the Aquapod was launched in August 2020 and will be launched to the market in the first half of this year. The cleaning drone version 1 is an unmanned surface vessel with a unique feature to self-empty when it's a designated waste pool. It has been developed in a close cooperation with Miley Robots in Trondheim and will be launched in the port of Oslo in May this year. The cleaning drone version 2 is a second-generation all-electric and autonomous catamaran unit with a great capacity and a unique system for self-emptying. It is probably the first using computer vision to avoid obstacles and waterborne vehicles. Add-on features for mapping the seabed and collecting environmental data. Our products and services enhance the environmental profile of customers, providing business advantage ahead of public regulations and advances the UN Sustainable Development Goals. 5 years from now, every waterfront area with human activity will either have an active cleaning system for its waters or a strong push to install such a system. It has a high potential to create a demand in a growing market looking for new and innovative solutions. Clean Water Zone is Clean Sea Solutions' preferred operation model to ensure long-term cash flow for all products and services. We are also entering into purchase agreements with such a supplier or subcontractor, notably with the Aquapod, which will enter the markets as an integrated part of a floating jetties, as well as to be installed in existing installations. An increasingly environmentally conscious public in Europe and globally makes clear demand on all politicians and the business community for increased efforts to preserve a clean environmental and environmental friendly solutions. There's a proven and growing market for automated marine waste collections equipment across the Mediterranean region and global, into regions where the problems are the most severe. We have a dynamic and flexible team sharing a deep passion for the ocean, the environmental, and the building sustainable values. In the team, we have relevant experience from business development, technical design, and entrepreneurship, as well as from the waste management industry, tech companies, offshore industry, media, and real estate development. Together, we have a truly unique global network in a wide range of businesses. We benefit greatly from the solid engineering expertise found in our industrial partners to bring ideas to finished prototypes and industrial products. Thank you.
That was Clean Sea Solutions with their pitch. Do we have Per on the line? Okay, yes, we do. Okay, so Juri, you can go ahead with your questions for Clean Sea Solutions.
Super, maybe I can start. Thank you so much for the presentation and great problem you are trying to solve. Why do you think no one has solved this problem before? And then maybe if you can tell us a little bit more about the main bottlenecks to scaling in this space. What needs to be solved for it to be a success?
I think the reason we haven't been able to solve the problem before is because it's such a huge problem with so many places need to be done something. We have several solutions out there, but it's mostly for thinking about small and one area. The big bottleneck is to get to the market and to get them to use money on solutions like this for every harbors.
Okay, any other questions from the jury?
Yeah, maybe I can go as the next one. So it looks like you have already existing product. So I'm just wondering what will be your expansion strategy, how you would like to get in other markets?
Yeah, we have both in prototypes for both of solutions. The jetty is finished with testing, and the Aquapod is testing now. But of course, we are working with develop it to become better. We also want to work with our bigger boats on the solutions there. But now is the go to market. That is what we're working with.
Hey, can you give a concrete example of the capacity of your Aquapod capacity?
Yeah,
like how many of those I need if like the kind of cleaner area of certain size?
The capacity of the Aquapod is 700 to 800 liters. But it makes a current just around the jetty. So it depends how big area you have and how many you need to have. Or you would always make a current the whole time. So for since the plastic is moving, you would take the one from other places. So it's very difficult to say how much plastic you will take up in so much time, because it all depends how big it is and how much is you see when it's the weather has been really bad and it's very windy, you will have more plastic in the area, and so it's not easy to say.
Thanks.
That is all the time that we have left for Clean Sea Solutions, but thank you for your presentation and the jury for the questions that they asked and for you answering those questions. And now we will be moving on to the next team that we have on stage, and that is Second Thai. Welcome, Second Thai.
Hi, I'm Essi, the co-founder of Second Thai. In a problematic situation, you're usually better off if you can call an expert instead of Googling yourself. For example, if you have legal problems, it's good if you know a lawyer that you can call. However, these calls often go uncompensated. That's because it's such a hassle if the lawyer starts invoicing all the calls. So this is why the caller is often left with the feeling of debt and the callee with the leaving of involuntary pro bono work. But not anymore. We can set up a professional phone service with a price for you within an hour. In the middle, you can see the service card of a lawyer in our app. He has a call link on his website, so now people, even outside his social circles, can call him. This way he provides a very low threshold contact point for new leads. So basically, he's using our solution just like answering regular phone calls on his mobile phone. We also have a video call. And Second Thai takes care of the receipt and transfers the payment for him. The professionals form a service catalog in our app. We have indirect competitors, but none of them is able to provide the full service for this specific purpose. So this is relevant right now because the work life is going through a massive transformation. The number of freelancers is increasing all the time. Companies consume their services in a pay-per-use model, and the markets are global. The professional services sector is immense, as you can see up on the slide. We're first going to enter this market through services for small companies. So we're collecting a service catalog that is especially useful for this purpose. This audience is especially potential for consuming pay-per-use services, and they also can produce them themselves. So calculated bottom-up, our target market in Europe is more than 400 million euros. Our team of two has more than 40 years of experience in ICT. For example, architecting an over 100 million euro sales case and re-architecting a platform with 11 billion annual revenue, and we have more than 30 scientific publications. At the moment, we're looking to strengthen the team with sales and expanding our advisory board. So we have the product, and we have the first service providers on board, and now we're looking for a 300K investment that we're going to use on product market fit and later sales and expansion. I'm Essi from Second Thai, and here you see the contact information of Jani, who's our founder. You can contact him for a detailed investor deck, or if you want to provide your expertise for use in problematic situations, why not set up a professional phone service with us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Essi, for your presentation. And now we'll go to the jury for some questions.
Hello, thank you so much for your presentation. Actually, I have a question regarding monetization. If you can clarify me a bit, like the business model and how you guys want to monetize this.
Our business model is simply based on provision of 50% of the call price. So we don't have a starting fee or a monthly fee or anything like that. So it's very attractive, especially for sole proprietors or small businesses.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. And I'm kind of wondering, like, why isn't this yet used already everywhere? So what do you think are the biggest barriers that have been there?
Thank you for the comment. This is a good question, and actually the reason why Second Tie exists is that our founder started wondering why isn't this already implemented. And well, we're just guessing, but I think at the moment the world has been going very strongly towards conference tools. There are Teams and Zoom and everything, and there are all these Calendly and apps for booking a time. So we're sort of going the other direction because we wanted to provide this phone call, like the phone is actually ringing and then you start when you are needed. But this is just my guess.
Hey, can you tell us what does it cost on average to acquire a customer for you right now?
I don't know actually. My founder would be better to answer these financial questions. But so far we haven't acquired very many customers. We're at the very early stage. The product was, or the Android product was finished in June, just before the summer holidays, and the iOS will be coming very soon. So I hope we will know the cost of acquiring a customer soon.
Thank you.
Thank you to the jury for your questions, and thank you, Essi, for your pitch and taking the questions with some strength. And then now we will be heading on to our break, and this time we have a Twitter wall, so make sure to send your comments and questions to our Twitter wall at hashtag Kiuas Demoday. Just one more thing to remember, we've had a couple of batches pitch at the moment, and it would be good just for the end product for us to really select which ones have been the best for you to then vote. Don't forget to go vote. Just check the link out at our Twitter handle as well as in the live stream chat. Thank you. And for those of you who maybe have forgotten who has presented so far, in the last batch we had Algonomy, Failbee, Team Fluent, Clean C Solutions, and Second Tie. So thank you and enjoy the Twitter wall.
Welcome back to the stream. Now, we have already seen 20 startups pitch, and we still have 5 amazing ones remaining. Now, we've been at it for already several hours, but make no mistake, I believe we have some gems coming up in this final batch. And next up on stage, we're going to have Anders from Consense. Welcome on stage.
Consense is on the mission to upgrade the digital interface of any car, empowering drivers with world-class, real hands-free user interface for safe and convenient driver. I'm Anders Devon, co-founder of Consense. 1.35 million people die in traffic every year. 95% of these accidents are happening in the developing world, where access to modern technology is limited. Yet, the car industry is pouring in their resources on new cars in slow and fairly closed ecosystems. Consense has developed an intuitive, intelligent interface based on modern voice technology, allowing drivers to stay connected while driving, but with the hands on the wheel, the eyes on the road, and the focus on driving. We are providing an open platform for co-innovation, where we focus on behavioral design, driving lasting change. Of the world's 1.1 billion cars, 400 million are in our prime target segment. A study made with Ericsson covering 130 million drivers worldwide showed that no less than 83% of them want and are ready to pay for upgrading the digital interface of their present car. In this largely untapped market, we are looking at selling 20,000 units next year, targeting gadget-driven consumers and last-mile delivery companies. And our first validation shows that these figures are highly reasonable. Consense is breaking new ground, providing capable technology to the existing car fleet. Therefore, we have developed a hardware platform that is now being industrialized by a capable partner. With its 2 cameras and high processing power, it enables service innovation and data handling both on edge and in cloud. But unlike a cell phone, it is purpose-made for driving assistance. But the most important thing is the software and the open platform, and that is where Consense, together with the community-driven data, will focus our biggest efforts going forward. When a tech-driven serial entrepreneur with a passion for road safety meets a commercially driven leader from the vehicle industry with a passion for sustainability, a match made in heaven for this mission is a fact. Add to that a seasoned senior advisory board and a dedicated and diverse team, and the moon is within sight. The time for democratizing road safety is now. Vehicle voice technology is actually ready for cars finally. There is a need for an open platform that is accessible to everyone. We are building the right team to make the journey. Join us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Team Consense. Now, would we have some tricky questions from the jury?
I'm sure we will.
Hopefully. Don't let him get away easy.
Yeah, thanks, Anders. I can go first. A very good presentation. Can you tell me a little bit more about the pricing model? What does it cost? And the subscription, of course.
We have 2 offers from the start addressing the 2 segments actually. So we have a hardware model. We're priced at $399 with a discounted subscription of €9 per month. Or we do a subscription-only model with €29 per month, locked in 24 months.
Thank you.
Then, of course, with time, I
Thank
will
you,
add
Anders,
that.
for the
Sorry,
presentation.
please.
I might have missed it, but how does it work for me as a consumer? So I get your hardware, and then what's next?
Yeah, that's a good question, of course. The 4 basic use cases that are the ones that people are using the most with their cell phone while driving today is navigation, it's call handling, messaging, and streaming audio. Apart from that, the forward-facing camera gives you the object identification, the inward camera, the driver alert, and then, of course, it's an access point for Wi-Fi for all passengers with a dedicated connectivity. So those are the main features from the start. And then it's an open platform for service development. Some of our partners are in the room here today.
Any more questions?
Right, thank you.
I have one. Thank you for your presentation also. So I was wondering, what is the way of cooperation between you and existing car manufacturers? How you guys are cooperating together?
We are not. No, the thing is that one of our key assets here is actually to be brand agnostic in the car industry. So from the start, you can rather say that they are not really looking into this untapped opportunity. The car industry see retrofit as there is one occasion when they use the retrofit, is actually when there is a delivery of a new car. We see it that this is a retrofit product to upgrade the old cars, and there we want to be brand agnostic. So from the start, nothing. Over time, we think they are going to knock the door to get hold of our software to integrate it in the embedded system. That's our conviction.
All right. I think that's all of the time that we have for Team Consense. And next up, we're going to move to another topic, and that is every kid's dream, robotics. Welcome on stage, Aldous.
Hello, Helsinki. The robot market will stagnate unless interoperability is addressed. My name is Aldous Vonderburg. I'm the founder and CEO of Miley Robots. At Miley Robots, we provide a universal fleet management system as a service for mobile robot operators. Think warehouses or manufacturing facilities. It enables the operators to collate their fleet onto one platform so they can have an overview, perform orchestration, and automate their fleet. Robot manufacturers do have their own fleet management systems, but it's not compatible with other vendors. Now the operators are using mixed vendor fleets, meaning that there's a cross-communication and a cross-compatibility issue. This is the interoperability issue. This in turn causes delays, loss of revenue, and can even lead to hazards on site. We provide the platform that you can put it all into one, and also you can scale your fleet and you have control all through one nice user-friendly interface. So let's take a use case as an example. This is a warehouse. Everyone agrees, yes, let's get robots. We have robots in testing. We have a 5-year plan. 1, 2, 3, it should be as easy as this. But no, we're humans. Everyone has their own idea of what they want. Everyone has their own idea of what they think is right. So what happens is that you have now 4 different robots. No one really agrees. 4 systems to onboard. 4 systems to connect, 4 times the costs. We believe that you can just put it all into one big platform, the Miley system. Then you can scale as you want. You can scale with what robots you want, and you have more control and simplifying the system. The market size is enormous. It's in the hundreds of billions of dollars and currently, but that's not important or interesting. What's interesting is a trend that now we're seeing robots on the rise, and we can see in 2030 there's going to be roughly 7 million robots deployed. Of those 7 million, 5 million are mobile robots. This is our addressable market. If you also consider that less than 15% of warehouses will be using mobile robots in this time, we can then start seeing how trafficked and congested these on-site premises will be, only emphasizing more the need for our solution. We do have competitors, and they're roughly as young as we are, but what sets us apart is that we are focused towards a certain clientele, and we also can focus towards SMEs. We have traction at the moment. We have several pilot operations ongoing, and we're converting them into paying customers. We have very interesting collaborations and partners with the list ever growing. We have fantastic commercial projects coming up later this year. The team is small, but mighty. We are aiming to grow, and through this growth, we're also having a pre-seed round open at the moment, where we can use the capital to grow the team and build our competences. My name is Aldous, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Aldous. Now, on to the questions from the jury. So, what would you like to know about Miley Robots? In the pitch. We can't hear anyone just yet.
Oh, sorry. I guess I was mute. Yeah, sorry for that.
Happens.
Happens, sure. You mentioned you're focusing on SMEs, but can you elaborate that a bit more, that like what really sets you apart in terms of your focus versus what competitors are focusing on in terms of customers?
I can start with two of our competitors, which are offshoots out of Volkswagen and BMW Group. And they're very focused on that automotive market, which is incredibly complicated. They're also leaders, as in the automotive brands, are leaders in adopting robots. But this is too complex for us at this stage. We're too early and we're too young for this. For the SMEs, there are a lot of companies which are now adopting robots. We're coming into this fad or trend or phase of the industry where now the more entry-level companies can get robots and onboard it. And they are preparing themselves to avoid this interoperability issue by using software like ours, so they can just add robots as they go rather than having to onboard new software and new training every single time.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask, like, what is your overall roadmap of business development and the next steps there?
Next steps is, as mentioned, grow the team through the capital built. We do have very interesting conversations with certain partners, which we want to explore. We don't want to get to a stage that we are onboarding too much work. So I would say the first couple or half a dozen clients that we get on a larger scale, we focus with them and provide a better service and sort of build a waiting list. But we also do have the availability for small companies, such as other startups developing robot hardware, to sign up to our service as a software that can solve a lot of their problems, and they can focus on the hardware development and deployment of their robots or service. Sorry.
All right. I guess that's the time for the questions. Thank you so much, Aldous. Now we're going to move from Denmark to Latvia. One of our teams is from the Baltics, and we're going to hear more from overly from Ainash.
Hi, my name is Ainars and I'm a co-founder of Overly. Overly is an augmented reality platform where anyone can create their AR experiences without any code or technical knowledge. It's that simple. I want to show you an example. Let's say you want to create an interactive brochure. For that, you need two things. The first one is the design and the second one is the content. In this case, a video file. You upload both of those things to our platform, then you can reposition it, you can resize it, but once you press publish, it takes just a matter of seconds when you can take your phone, scan the design, and it will come alive. That's simple. But in this slide is actually where the problem lies, and it is the content creation. When our customers are faced with this step of content creation, the questions start to arise. What to create? Where to create? Or who's going to create it for me? I don't know anyone in AR. And this is the problem we see that we can solve with our platform. By implementing tools such as basic editing tools, content library, a library where people can access to many different kind of assets, effects, and different kind of tools that enhance AR experiences. Asset store, where other content creators can sell their creations to our customers. API, so that we can bring our platform closer to the places where the content is already being made. If we speak about the competition, we have found a really good spot for us. It's a place where it is very easy to create AR content and you don't need any specialist to do that. We like to compare ourselves to Canva. We are creating a platform where it is as easy to create AR experiences as it is to create designs in Canva. 6 months ago, we launched our MVP, and since then we have 3,400 registered users, out of which 1.5% are paying ones. And we see 23% turnover growth on monthly basis. So we are looking for 500,000 euro investment so that we can speed up the development of our platform, create the tools I was mentioning, also drive the user acquisition, and we see that in 1 year we can reach to 20,000 euros of MRR. So thank you, and let me know if you have any more questions.
Thank you, Ainars. Now, unfortunately, Ainars was not able to reach a steady internet connection for today, and unfortunately, we're not going to have a Q&A with him. However, if you'd like to challenge him on his ideas for Overly, then of course book a meeting with him through the demoday.fi links that we have there. But that means that we're moving on to already our second last pitch of this session. Wow, 25 startups go by so fast. Next up, welcome on stage, Helene from Prona.
Hi, I'm Helena Auramo. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Prona. I've been also a co-founder of many other startups, such as Slush, but I feel that none of them has been as meaningful to me as Prona. As you know, humankind has some big challenges to solve. The UN has set the most critical goals to tackle these challenges. But there are thousands of purpose-driven companies solving these challenges already. But they have to spend too much time and money to attract the right talent. On the other side are the business professionals. For example, me, I have left my day job to work on something meaningful. And 94% of millennials want to use their skills for something for good. But reaching these companies is getting more and more complicated. That's why Prona exists. How can I get back? That's why Prona exists. Our mission is to make the best talent in the world available for companies who are working for a more sustainable future. We do that by connecting business people and the companies doing good for the planet. So Prona helps companies by building them talent pools of highly skilled business professionals, and we do it automatically. We connect you to those who share your goals and might need your expertise. And instead of you spending a lot of time selling and networking, I can simply offer my expertise to these companies with just one click. And with this one click, it can automatically connect me to these people on the companies. And from the company's perspective, they can use Prona as a talent management system. We have already proven that it works. Let's take Vapaus. They are a very great, cool startup from Finland. They simply asked us if we could help them to build them a talent pool. And we managed to do it under 24 hours. We managed to build them 78 professionals within selected categories. And whenever now they need help, they always know where to go. We have found our core. Just last week, we asked from our community and if they would be willing to help these sustainable impact organizations. And 94% of them said, yes, they want to do it. I have an amazing team and with who I have worked in the past. We have experience in marketing, sales, and business. We are now moving from market validation to scaling. We are looking for 100,000 euros to scale our marketing and sales efforts. And later this year, we're looking for a bigger round. We want to offer opportunities for everyone working towards a better tomorrow. That's why we offer a possibility for everybody to sign up for free. Thank you. I'm open for questions.
Thank you so much, Helen, and thank you, Prona. Now, would we have some questions for the platform Prona?
Thank you, Helena. Could you maybe tell us a little bit more about the go-to-market plan, as in tell us what you're doing next?
Yes, that's a good question. We have now found out what is our core, and actually we figured it out during Kiuas. And it's the professionals who want to make the world a better place. Then on the other side are the organizations. Within a couple of weeks, we've managed to build, get to a platform 50 organizations, and it's been growing rapidly. So we believe that when we can get more organizations to the platform, and we're going to use scraping for that, we can start offer more opportunities to our network. And we will, of course, use social media, SEO, and kind of these basic marketing tactics.
All right, thank you.
Hey, awesome. I'm sorry if I missed this due to the connection issues, but I would love to hear more about your business model and how do you plan to monetize?
Yes, it's a great question. Currently, our main KPI is to get the organizations to our platform. But our business model is subscription model. We have pro accounts for users, and then we also have pro accounts for organizations. Then we are also selling campaigns. So, for example, if there is a company who needs a board member to their board, we can do a campaign out of that. And on the other side, also if they can consider us as a kind of talent employee branding platform to attract these talents.
All right, maybe time for one more question.
Maybe I can have the last question. So, and thank you for the presentation. I think you mentioned that you're raising or you're aiming for 100K. So I'm just wondering, like, how would you like to use this amount?
Yes, we are now looking for 100K, and we are going to use it on sales and marketing. So we have previously developed the product, and it's ready in that sense that now we can really focus on the sales and marketing. So that is the main thing how we're going to use it. But we are also going to use it for technology, so for scraping technology, but mainly for giving us more resources, because at the moment, what is our biggest challenge is to serve our customers and serve the organizations that are joining our platform, and we don't have all the resources to do that.
Wow. Thank you, Helena, and thank you, Juri, for the amazing questions. Now, I'm afraid we're going to have to move on to the last pitch of the evening, and that is going to come from a double-time Kiuas alumni. They took part in the program already once before, but now they're back in Kiuas Accelerator. Welcome on stage, Team Jakwa.
All right, yep. Hello, I'm Patrick from Builderbot, and we help you to hire great builders. Hiring a construction pro can be a pain in your ass. It's time-consuming, things can go wrong, it might get costly. We made it easy and secure. Funny fact, every house needs repairing at some point of the lifetime. Actually, only in Finland, remodeling market is 9.4 billion euros annually. In Europe, it's 1,500 billion, and it's growing. And that's something what we are aiming also in the future. Back to Finland. Out of this 9.4 billion euros, around 75% of the renovations comes from condominiums, taloyhtiöt. And it usually starts with housing managers, which we have around 3,000 in Finland at the moment. Our business model is to help these housing managers for free to go through with these reno projects, and we will charge 5% fee from the builder's side. So this adds up total market potential revenue only in Finland in hundreds of millions euros. So here, meet Aleksi, housing manager and a real customer of ours. He manages over 20 buildings all by himself, so it means he has on average only one working day per month per building. Since there is a lot of things to do, big renovations to small gigs, meetings, emails, calls and so on, sometimes Aleksi is asking, is there any help available? And yes, there is. Instead of calling dozens of construction companies, now he can just register to our platform and add the houses he manages, and now he's all set. He can publish gigs to our network, and he can get quality offers, he can do smart to-dos, and he can download reports for the board. Our goal is that every housing manager could shine at their work, get even more customers, and offer better service for their customers. Our go-to-market is direct sales towards housing managers, and go-to-market to consumer side is via these housing managers, since they get often asked recommendations of good builders. There is some smaller competition in platforms in Finland and one bigger worthy rival, but we aim to be next level platform, especially for housing managers here in Finland. We're going to lead to market with extremely controlled supply pool of professionals, quality managed end-to-end service, and customized user interface for every user group to create super experience. We raised our pre-seed 250K last year, and we managed with that funding 10 times our new acquired gigs, up to 30 per month. And we have some small revenue already, and now we're seeking for 500K till 1 million to prepare our scaling phase. And since we believe we know how to 10x again. And we are Builderbot, and we help you hire great builders. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaakko, last but not least. And now time for the last set of questions from the jury. Please take it away.
Very much for an excellent presentation. And the way you presented it, it really sounds like a no-brainer market, but something has been holding back it. So what's that, or why is that?
In many cases, we believe it's timing. And like if we think about other platforms, they are not so managed, or their user interfaces might not work with the housing managers so far. And then, like if we're talking about platforms, and then on the other side there is this like housing softwares for housing managers that you can manage all other things. About these acquiring these professionals for your renovations, it's hard to say why it hasn't worked so well, because we have got really good feedback with our customers at the moment. We just believe that we really need to make it easy and really like good professionals, and also that they can really use our software to do reports and really use it as a tool, not only like a platform.
Good question.
Did I answer?
Thanks.
All right, time for a few more.
Great. So what do you think are the biggest challenges that you have to overcome on your roadmap of, let's say, next 6 to 12 months?
Yeah, our next 6 to 12 months on our roadmap, one of the biggest issue is to make this supply pool of professionals even better, and to look even better. Even there is like super professionals at the moment, but it really needs to like feel for the customers also, that even they don't know them, they should get the feeling that, okay, this is like my neighbor would have been recommending this to me. That's our biggest. It's partly like process and selling, but it's also kind of software thing to make everything look good and feel good. That's maybe number one.
All right, time for one last question for our last presenter of the day.
If I can have one more, challenging you a bit on that housing manager motivation. Do you believe that they want to kind of save their customers money, and or could that be a kind of roadblock for this, that they have their, say, own trusted group of people providing these services? Now I'm exaggerating a bit, but like, do you think that the true motivation is there?
Yeah, at least what we're doing at the moment. We're working now with a bit smaller companies, and there really is willingness to use our platform. And yeah, that's true. Everybody in there knows someone sometimes. If it's a bigger company, they might have some own pools. But if we're talking a bit like smaller companies, they are really. It's not only that if you know someone, it's possible that they can like recommend those who they know to our platform also. The point is that when there is these geeks coming and going, so it's easy place just to place the renovation to our platform, and then they know that okay, what will happen next? It will take, if they want, it's in 1 week. If they need it in couple weeks, but they will get those quality offers also from them, for them, but yeah. Of course, not everyone is gonna use our product if they're not in need, but we have found really fast that there is really need for this also in housing managers.
Great. Thank you so much, Patrick. And also thanks to the jury for not only these questions, but for the entire session and helping out the teams by challenging them further. I would say that there's a lot of learnings here also for everyone to think about what kind of things the experts see in companies where us regular people, we just see amazing pitches. But what's going to happen next is that we're going to have a 5-minute Twitter wall break, during which you can still vote for the last 5 startups that have pitched just recently. So the URL is going to be shown on top of the Twitter wall, so go vote. And after that, we're going to close off with the prize ceremony. See you very soon. right. It's time. Feels crazy that this demo day is already approaching its end. And I just want to say that we've been truly blessed at the Kiuas team to have, again, so many profound and amazing startups join our batch. And this time we were even luckier to break some country borders and have teams also from abroad, not only from Finland. And yeah, I guess like all of you are, of course, winners for being part of the Kiuas program. But we are going to select a few teams who did a phenomenal job with their pitches, right? But before we go into the top 3 who are going to get like a small reminder of this event, based on the results, we had to give an honorary mention to a team that was a very close 4th, and that is Team Jakoa/Builderbot. Let's give a round of applause. You did an excellent job, and at least watching from backstage, what you didn't show on the stream was that Patrick was quite nervous, but even that considering, I think he did a phenomenal job. But now we're going to move to the 3rd place based on what you as a community have voted as the 3rd best pitch. And the award for the 3rd best pitch goes to the adjacent possible. William, could you please come on stage? Could you come on stage? Yeah. You can come from here, for example. All right, taking the long walk.
Yeah, we have time, right?
Yeah, yes, we do. Now, congratulations. Here's a little something to remember this. Would you like to say a few words to the mic about, well, how do you feel?
Oh, I feel really great. I think it's been a very successful accelerator time, and I really thank all the mentors that have been with us, and you guys, the crew has been fantastic in organizing in every single detail of the program. Actually, it's been a great, tight timing, and very exciting. So I thank you very much for being here, and to the next one, to the next exit.
Exactly. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please go there. I can take the mic. Thank you, William, for the amazing pitch, and of course, congratulations. Moving on to the 2nd place, we have a team that unfortunately actually can't claim this prize, but we have to send it because it's Team Misteo. Congratulations, Team Misteo. Now, unfortunately, we couldn't get them on Teams on such a short notice, but I think we can get their regards into the Kiuas Slack, at least for all of the teams who took part in the program. But I guess it means that we're just going to move on to the 1st prize. So the best pitch of Demo Day 2021 goes to Team Greenele. Congratulations! How do you feel?
I mean, it was expected. No, but I'm truly honored. I would like to thank Kiuas and my team also. And I would like to recommend the Kiuas program for future startups. Thank you.
Thank you. And I have to say that Lavan sent their presentation a little bit late. And of course, we were super strict about the deadlines. But then we said that, okay, we are going to do this small change to the presentation with the one condition that you're going to blow minds at the stage. And indeed, you did. So congratulations, Greenele, and all the other winners. Thank you. All right. That concludes actually already the demo day. Time went by with a whiff. And I want to thank everyone in the stream who has been watching, and follow Kiuas on social media. If you liked some other pitch better, or you want to congratulate the winners, go to #KiuasDemoDay and state your opinion. We're going to be commenting on them as well. And also a note to the teams that if you got any questions through the Twitter, go answer them as well. But all right, it was super blast to be here. Thank you, everyone, and have a great rest of August, I'd say.
Definitely. See you.
Thank you. On stage, we're going to take a quick group picture.